What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mag. So this is just a quick video to talk about the recent news circulating around Newcastle United and the updates of course, the news going around Newcastle United as well. Breaking news is that Newcastle have signed another commercial deal, this time, of course, with a digital collectibles and NFT marketplace called Quiddle, of course, and they are going to be doing some NFTs, digital stuff for Newcastle. It is, of course, our first official digital collectible partner as well. They're going to be making NFTs of players and other different things at Newcastle United as well. So that is going to be, again, more money added to the coffers for Newcastle United. And all these little sponsorship deals in the background all start to add up, and it does help, with the FFP, with the PSR, whatever you want to call it, helping Newcastle to spend more money in the transfer market and allow us to be able to compete with them clubs like Man City and so on. But that is another sponsorship to see join Newcastle United. Also, you might have seen a video I put up on Monday called Mags Mondays. I am unfortunately no longer going to continue on that series. I've decided against it, and for good reason, because I feel you get a little bit more out of it off of the news throughout the week, of course, and I feel cramming it all into one video doesn't quite benefit the channel going forward. I feel I could make a lot more content for you guys off of just bringing out the videos on it as well, rather than just cramming it all into one video, because it doesn't seem to help moving forward. Anyway, enough about that. Of course, you might have seen in that video I did talk about a trip that Newcastle will be taking at the end of the season, only a matter of 3 days after the conclusion of the Premier League season. Of course, Newcastle will be taking on Tottenham out at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia on the 22nd of May. We will also be taking on, in Australia, the Australian A-League All-Stars team only 2 days after that, on the 24th of May. So, of course, that is going to be an interesting one to see, how both of them games play out. Obviously, these games have been arranged for to allow more commercial revenue coming into the club. This is a very smart move. A lot of media outlets, however, don't seem to be very, for it. They seem to be very much against it. And we all know why. At the end of the day, they're trying to keep Newcastle United down. They're trying to stop us from, gaining that commercial revenue that the likes of Man City have, Man United have, Liverpool have, and all them other clubs have. They're trying to keep us from getting to that level, because they know once we get to that level, it is game over for the other clubs, because then we will have full power of our spending muscle, the financial muscle that is PIF owning Newcastle United. But of course, we'll be playing that game out in Melbourne at Cricket Ground. Of course, 95,000 capacity stadium as well. Absolutely huge, huge stadium. Largest stadium in the Southern Hemisphere is what is being said. Newcastle, of course, officially confirmed it as well over on their Twitter account on the 18th of March, just gone. Of course, and they confirmed that we would be playing both of them games out in Australia. Also, there's been some, rumours going around of Sean Longstaff moving away from Newcastle United for 15 million to Leeds United. I've seen Adam Pearson talking about it on his channel. If that is the case, we are getting offered that kind of fee for Sean Longstaff. I feel if we could get maybe 25 million, then that would be a really good deal. It'd be pure profit as well for Sean Longstaff. Don't get us wrong, I love Sean Longstaff, but unfortunately of late he's been lacking in the performance department. His passes have been very short in games, and he's looked very much off of his game. Hopefully we do get to see him stay at the club. But if not, then, if we do get a decent fee for the lad, then I'm all for it at the end of the day, because it would be pure profit with him coming from the youth academy, which would help benefit the FFP going forward. And there's nothing to say, that he couldn't then come back to the club down the line at some point. We've seen it with Andy Carroll. He was at the club, went off to Liverpool, then eventually came back to the club. We've seen it with other players as well in the past as well. Another player that's being talked about moving away from Newcastle United is Miggy Almiron. Of course, Miggy was linked with a move to Al Shabab in the Saudi League. Of course, in the transfer window just gone in January, and unfortunately he didn't want that move. He didn't see himself making the move to Saudi Arabia. But, who's to say that he won't move in the summer? We'll have to wait and see on that one. But there's lots of rumours still going around that he is a one that could be on the way out in the summer transfer window. And there's talk of quite a few different things going on in the summer transfer window as well, which we will talk about on the channel in due course when it gets to that. But just some news as of sponsorship deals. Newcastle signing another one today with Quidu or Quiddy, I believe they're pronounced. Correct us if I'm wrong, of course, down in the comments below. But they are digital collectibles and NFT marketplace, a subsidiary of Amorca Brands. So it is our first official digital collectible partner. They'll be making NFTs of players and whatever else they can make for the digital side of Nufc. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Also, I did say in that video as well about donating games. If anybody's got any, do donate them to the Great North Children's Hospital, Victoria Wing, Royal Infirmary, Newcastle upon Tyne, NE1 4LP. Of course, is the address. I will put it up on screen for you guys as well. If you've got any old PS4, PS5, or any other games, donate them to Ward 4 Play Specialists at the Great North Children's Hospital in Newcastle for the young bairns there, to, of course, give them something, to keep them entertained whilst they're staying in hospital, getting over their illnesses and, curing problems as well that they do have whilst they're there in the RVI. Till next time, I'll see you all later. Remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, that's